ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः।
नमस्ते ईशान।
नमस्ते कुलदीप मामू।
नमस्ते ईशानः। ईशान। Why am I calling Ishan? It has to be Ishanah. Ishan. See, this is because we don't know Vishnu Sahasranama and Bhagavad Gita. Am I right?
Yes, mamu.
Ishanah. Ishana. Ruler. Are you the ruler? Controller? Okay. Karma Yoga. Bhagavan has been telling us about doing our duty with complete surrender. This episode, Bhagavan is comparing those who practice Bhagavan's teaching versus those who don't practice. We belong to which category?
Those who
Tell me.
practice.
Those who practice. Okay. Let us keep it that way. So you are ready for chanting?
Yes, mamu.
Shlokas 31 and 32. ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः
श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः।
अगेन ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः
श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः।
पदच्छेदः ये मे मतम् इदं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः श्रद्धावन्तः अनसूयन्तः मुच्यन्ते ते अपि कर्मभिः। Now 32nd श्लोक। ये त्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तः
ये त्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तः
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः
ये त्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तः
ये त्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तः
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः
ये तु एतत् अभ्यसूयन्तः न अनुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् तान् विद्धि नष्टान् अचेतसः। That is padachhedah. So 31, 32, two shlokas. We are almost getting nearing the end. I guess 43 shlokas, right? Guess so. In Karma Yoga. So, you are ready for chanting together?
Yes, Mamu.
ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः ये त्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तः नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः. Let us go through the meanings. ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः.
ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं श्रद्धावन्तः अनसूयन्तः नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति. Those men who constantly practice this teaching of mine with full faith and without cavilling. Cavilling means finding fault or complaining all the time. Te api karmabhihi muchyante. They too are freed from actions. So, without cavilling and with full faith, such people are freed from actions. Now, next one. It is a contrast. Ye tve tadabhyasuyantaha
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
सर्वज्ञान विमूढां स्थान विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः. No issue. ये तु अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति. But those who carp at my teaching, carp, C-A-R-P, meaning those who question unnecessarily, finding fault, complaining. So, but those who carp at my teaching and do not practice it, sarvajnana vimudhan acetasah tan nashtan viddhi, deluded in all realms of knowledge and devoid of discrimination, acetasah buddhihinah, know them to be ruined. Destruction is going to happen to them. That is what Bhagavan is saying. Let us dive deep into these shlokas now through our spiritual tidbits section. Last shloka Bhagavan had said, Sarvani karmani mai sanyasya. Sarvani karmani mai sanyasya yudhyasva. Surrendering all actions in me, you fight. Fight means?
Do your swadharma.
Do your swadharma. That is what fighting is. Arjuna's swadharma was? Fighting. Say it properly. Arjuna's swadharma was?
Fighting.
Now Bhagavan is saying, Ye manavaha me idam matam shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha nityam anutishtanti. Those men who constantly practice this teaching of mine with full faith and without cavilling. Matam means abhiprayam, teaching. Here it is taken as teaching. Me idam matam. My this teaching. Bhagavan is saying. What is this? What is the teaching? Last shloka, surrendering all actions in me, you fight. See, in fact, not just last shloka, all the shloka. In fact, Bhagavad Gita itself is Bhagavan's teaching, right?
Yes.
So Bhagavan is mentioning that those men who constantly practice, nityam anutishtanti, satatam anutishtanti. We all are good at resolutions. See, when January 1st, New Year comes, we take new resolutions. When birthday comes, we take new resolutions. We plan to start new things, right?
Yes.
You tell me about that. Huh?
People say from today onwards, I'm going to do this and everything.
New things, right?
Yes.
It is known as Arambha Shuratvam. We start. Then what happens? After 2 days, what happens?
They will say it is very boring. I don't have mood to do it.
So,
You told that we should put these moods in the dustbin.
all these moods in the dustbin, no?
Yes.
Arambha Shuratvam is there. After 2 days, what happens? We will be giving some excuses, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Nityam Anutishtanti. Those men who constantly practice. That is what Bhagavan is saying. We should practice Bhagavad Gita every moment in our life. Not even every day in our life. It should be like every moment. Moment to moment, we should practice Bhagavad Gita. Now, Bhagavan says, Shraddhavantaha. With intense Shraddha. Shraddha means full faith. With full sincerity. Carefully. Having full confidence. See, Shraddha is a special gift from Bhagavan. Actually, Shraddha is an attitude, It means you have complete faith in Bhagavan and your own self. You have complete faith in Bhagavan's teaching. Not 99% faith. There is nothing like 99% faith, okay? Faith means 100%. You value Bhagavan's teachings. When you do that, you will naturally be with all humility then. When Shraddha comes, even in the smaller things you do in your life, then what happens? Bhagavan will choose you to do the higher things. That's the secret. You have to do even the smallest thing with detailing, with Shraddha. Do you get up at what time do you get up? 6 o'clock.
6:30.
6:30. Okay. But how do you get up? Being lazy or what? You have to get up like, with all enthusiasm. Because you have got another day. Bhagavan has given you another day to do bhakti for him. That is the secret. See, Shraddha comes right from the morning, the first thing you do. Okay? Anasuyantaha, without cavilling. What is this cavilling? Beautiful word in English. Without complaining or finding fault. Though Anasuyantaha has the meaning without envy. Here it is taken as without cavilling by most of the Mahatmas. So what is this? Most of us have this tendency to question everything we hear about, right?
Yes.
Especially this generation children ask the questions, why should we do so? Why is it so? This is not a scientific experiment to prove and find a result. Those results keep changing in science. Bhagavan's teaching is beyond that. Once you start experiencing the original result, that is undisturbed peace, you will know the magic in Bhagavan's teaching. Once you know that, you won't question or complain or find fault in it. So, anasuyantaha. So, those men who constantly practice this teaching of mine with full faith and without cavilling, te api karma bihi muchyante. They too are freed from actions. The highest state, originally free from actions. Jnanis are in that state. We have already gone through those shlokas, right?
Yes, Mamu.
Atmaratireva. Bhagavan will take us to that state. In fact, Bhagavan will gift us that state. In that state, nothing will bother you. You are in ultimate bliss. Now, in 32nd shloka, Bhagavan says, but those who carp at my teaching, carp, C-A-R-P. That means finding fault, complaining, and do not practice it, deluded in all realms of knowledge and devoid of discrimination, know them to be ruined. You know, those who carp at my teaching and do not practice it. You know, people say, Bhagavan can say that. But practically speaking, in our life, it is very difficult to follow, they say. What practically speaking? When you get into problems, you will know. You will run behind Bhagavan. When the problem comes, then you need Bhagavan. You will run behind him. That is, abhyasuyantaha, who carp at. That means those who complain and find fault with trivial matters. Those who carp at my teaching and na anutishtanti, do not practice it. Sarvajnana vimudhan, they are deluded in all realms of knowledge. They don't know what is truth and what is not truth. They are deluded. Then, achetasaha, avivekinaha, devoid of discrimination, without buddhi. What happens to them? Tan nashtan vidhi, know them to be ruined. They will never ever get the best from their life. They will simply live like a jada, lifeless. What use is there in living your life that way? Okay, you just tell me what you have understood in this 31st and 32nd shloka, in your words.
In the 31st shloka, Bhagavan said that the people who don't find fault for my teachings will attain the highest.
And that is not the core. You forgot that. Those who practice my teaching, that is the main thing. Say that.
Those who practice my teaching
without cavilling,
will attain.
with faith, with full faith. Shraddha is very important. What will happen to them?
They will attain the highest.
Then 32nd shloka.
The people the people who carp at my teaching and do not practice it will have a nashta.
Have nashtas, plural, you can say that. They will be ruined. They will be ruined. What is this ruining means? Every moment, every day, they are not living their life. Just like that, they are doing something. That's all. You know, when we talk about surrender, last week we spoke about, Bhagavan spoke about surrender, no?
Yes.
Mamu is getting reminded of the golden words from Bhavani Ashtakam. You know, Bhavani Ashtakam of Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada. He says, Gatistvam, Gatistvam, Tvameka Bhavani. O Mother Bhavani, you are my refuge. You alone are my refuge. O Mother Bhavani. You know, he says in the first shloka, Na tato na mata na bandhur na data. Neither the father nor the mother, neither the relation or friend, nor the donor, one who helps. No. Only Bhagavan is refuge. Only Mother Bhavani. Na putro, na putri, na bhrityo, na bharta. Neither the son, nor the daughter. Neither the servant, nor the husband. Na jaya, na vidya, na vrittir mamaiva. Neither the wife, nor the worldly knowledge. Neither my profession. People think their profession is helping them. But Gatistvam, Gatistvam, Tvameka Bhavani. You alone are my refuge. O Ma, you alone are my refuge. If you think all these which is mentioned is going to help you, then understand that it won't happen. After a point, you get to know that Bhagavan alone can help you. Bhagavan alone can help you to get rid of all worldly problems and thus take us to his realm. You know, if you have that irresistible attraction towards the highest, that towards that highest brilliance residing in you, residing in the whole universe, very soon that highest brilliance itself will take you towards that, like a magnet. See, that is what Bhagavan is. Highest brilliance. You have to completely surrender. That is what Bhagavan is saying when he says, practice my teaching. Okay?
Okay, Mamu.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Don't bother about Bhagavan as he or she. Okay? When we say Mother Bhavani or Bhagavan Shri Krishna, don't get into all those things. It is all about the highest self, highest brilliance which is shining inside you. Okay?
Okay, Mamu.
That pure joy is very, very important than all the other details. Okay?
Okay, Mamu.
Uttama.